Good news. I'm pregnant. Bad news. I'm in the middle of a cold war with my husband. How do I tell Caleb Vance the news without losing my dignity? I decided to trust a user who claimed to have read romance novels for a decade. Step 1. The classic runaway wife trope. Step 2. Fake morning sickness at dinner. Step 3. Book an abortion appointment using his phone number. It was all going perfectly until Caleb lost his mind. That's when I realized, wait, I think I took the joke too far. So, here's the situation. I'm pregnant, and Caleb and I aren't speaking. I posted a picture of the positive test with the title, "How do I tell my husband I'm pregnant while we're fighting?" The internet did not disappoint. Within an hour, I had thousands of comments. 1. Send him a pic of the test and say, "Baby's gone. Froze to death because of your cold shoulder." 2. Look him in the eye and whisper, "I am not fighting alone." 3. 5 years later, return with quintuplets and dominate the social scene. I scrolled through the chaos, feeling grateful for the internet's unhinged energy. But one comment stood out. Run away. Trust me. I've read romance novels for 10 years. This is the only way. Book an abortion at his family's hospital, but put his number as the contact. Then sneak off to Seattle and work as a barista for half a day. At dinner, dry heave dramatically, and then sprint to the bathroom. Works every time. These experts seemed trustworthy. I looked at my phone. Still no text from Caleb. Thinking of his cold, handsome face made me angry all over again. I blocked his number. Enjoy the silence, you giant idiot. I have a surprise for you. Step 1 of the runaway wife plan. Pick a getaway car. I went down to the garage and chose Caleb's favorite matte black Bugatti. Sorry, Caleb. It's for the plot. To make it authentic, I waited until his busiest workday to peel out of the driveway. Driving a supercar with the top down, wind in my hair, this was the life. Caleb could go kick rocks. I drove straight to my best friend Faye's apartment. Lying on her sofa, I laid out my brilliant plan. Faye laughed so hard she nearly choked on her popcorn. "Chloe, are you serious?" she asked, wiping tears from her eyes. "What did our CEO do this time?" Okay, I admit our previous fights were petty. Like the time he forgot to buy me the new Hermes bag, or the time he ate spicy food next to me while I was on my period. But this time it was 100% Caleb's fault. Spill, Faye said, settling in. She's been watching the Caleb and Chloe show since college. She knows we're inseparable, so she treats our fights like primetime entertainment. Put down the chips, Faye. This is serious. Yes, General Chloe. The reason for this Cold War was tragic, truly heartbreaking. Yesterday, after organizing my handbag collection, I decided to be a benevolent wife and visit Caleb in his study. I walked in quietly and stood behind his chair. He was on the phone, holding a photo in his hand. "Caleb!" I shouted, popping up over his shoulder. Usually, he'd pull me onto his lap and let me look at whatever boring contract he was reading. But this time he jumped. He shoved the photo into a drawer and slammed it shut. "Caleb, what are you hiding?" His eyes darted around, avoiding mine. For a man who negotiates billion-dollar deals, he looked incredibly guilty. "Nothing. Just trash. Liar," I said. He was tapping his finger on the desk. His tell. I reached for the drawer. "It's nothing," I said. He grabbed my wrist, stopping me. He locked the drawer and pocketed the key. "What can't you tell me?" I asked, feeling a sting of betrayal. Even when his company was in crisis, he let me play with confidential files like they were coloring books. He wouldn't answer. I got agitated and tried to grab the key. In the struggle, I tripped. Caleb caught me before I hit the floor, but instead of asking if I was okay, he snapped, "Chloe, when are you going to stop acting like a child?" His voice was cold, sharp with anger. I froze. I glared at him. "If you can't stand me, Caleb, then